What's going on? You already know I'm here. I'm back with another raw enlightenment, and this is gonna be a short one. I just wanted to tap in real quick. You know what I mean? I've been busy. I've been running around. I've been getting a lot of stuff done, being productive as possible, and etc. And over the time, my mind has been pretty clear. I haven't really had too many different things running through my mind. I'm definitely yearning for more knowledge right now at this point. I'm looking into new information. I'm looking for stuff I want to learn and stuff like that. But nonetheless, I came to the conclusion I want to call this negativity is a delusion. For probably a couple of months now, I've been pondering upon the thoughts of everything being a construct. And when I mean everything, I mean pretty much everything being a construct, like the things that we believe, the way they're set up, the beliefs that we have, the perception that we have, the concepts that we have of science, the psychology understanding that we have, the religious beliefs that we have, all these concepts and all these things. And I'm not saying it doesn't make things not factual, but there's a time and space and there's a time and point where you have to learn how to use this information of things being considered a construct, which is a human concept that was created to make life easier or to make information be able to be processed. At one point, we weren't even speaking any languages. We weren't speaking anything. We were just using just our minds. We were just using just our spirits. We were using our facial expressions. We were using our unknown feelings that we were having, that we were identifying based off of what was going on in our environments to get around and to understand each other and to understand what's going on. This world predates for long billions and billions of years, and everybody has different beliefs on that. But at the end of the day, it's so much proof that shows that the world has existed for so long. And I mean, look at how advanced technology is. I mean, I think it will take a tremendous amount of time for us to be this intelligent, this emotionally intelligent, this spiritually aware, to understand things we understand metaphysically on this level. It would take years and years and years of development. I mean, think about it. How many languages are there in the world? There's over 7,000 languages in the world. There's no way possible that this earth could have been here for a short period of time with 7,000 different languages here. But nonetheless, to me, I look at everything as a construct and I strip it down. I strip it down and I use it as a tool to raise the vibration for myself. Now, when I say negativity is a delusion, this is not a vindictive statement saying you're going through something negative, you're depressed right now, and it's a delusion. But what I will say is that a lot of the times when we have negative thoughts in our mind and when we have negative experiences, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and we choose to pay attention to the darkness more than the light at the end of the tunnel, which ends up ruining us and making the situation more lengthy and making things more traumatizing for us because we look at the darkness, we don't want to be part of it, but we also don't pay attention to the light at the end of the tunnel. So now I've been able to deal with negative experiences from a much different perspective now, because now when I go through something negative that bothers me, I kind of like analyze it from a perspective of it being a construct and negativity not even really existing, just me perceiving it as negativity. And then I start to think about the outer layers of the situation that then could take me to a positive delusion. The more knowledge you have, the more negative things you know, but the more knowledge you have, the more positive things you know, and the more you can apply positive things to your life and utilize it to not worry about the darkness and see the light at the end of the tunnel. Now, unfortunately, some situations are so dark that there probably is not really no light at the end of the tunnel, especially when you're initially going through the situation. But for the most part, we are constantly thinking about, like I said before, the future. We constantly thinking about the past. We need to start using manipulation in the right way. We use manipulation to hurt each other, to get over on each other. We need to start using manipulation to find out what the true positive nature of each situation that we're going through as much as possible, so that way we can have a decent outlook on the world. That way we can learn, build, and grow together, start loving each other more, start caring more, and start treating each other better, and start treating ourselves better, and then just progressing and growing and forth, and because most of the problems in the world, like I said, come from people just not giving a about each other. I heard somebody else say that, and I've been thinking something like that. Most of the problems that we have come from us just not giving a about each other. It's very simple. A lot of people are depressed just because they don't have a friend to talk to, just to understand what's going on in their mind. A lot of people are depressed because they go through clinical therapy sessions and stuff like that, and the therapist doesn't dig deep enough. A lot of people are depressed because the holistic therapist is there and they are more relatable, but since they're so unpopular and since the demand is not high and since you have to stray away from the so-called natural nature of society, now it's harder to get to them and it's more expensive, and a lot of people don't have money. You know what I'm saying? So we all dealing with all these things, and most of the time it all comes from people not being open enough, not being vulnerable enough to express their situation, and then it comes from also people not giving a damn. So nobody can open up to actually talk about the core issues that we have and the traumas that we have and that are so deep that predates to our ancestors and etc. We can't really get too deep with these things because we're so hardened from our experiences of trying to open up, people playing us, of people not caring because all they can do is care for themselves the best way they know how. So nonetheless, to me, I'm gonna say most of the time negativity is delusion, especially when we start overthinking about all the things we're going through. I say whatever situations that we're going through, let's take time to really, really break it down layer by layer, peel it back, and try to find out what the light at the end of the tunnel is really all about. Because everything that we go through, all the darkness that we go through, it all comes with some gems. It all comes with the diamonds in the dirt. Those theories are true, and I like to sit back and analyze life from that perspective. So me looking at things as being a construct is not me saying I don't believe in certain things. It's not me saying that that life isn't configured on an actual basis or anything like that. It's just me having a way to analyze the world without being biased in any way. So that's all I really got to say to y'all. Peace, and I just hope these conversations can open up your mind. You know what I mean? Later, y'all.